The sun set over a small, remote town famous for an ancient legend. Tourists often visited for its mysterious, unmarked cave on the edge of the forest. Rumor had it that inside the cave lay a hidden game unlike any other. Legend said that anyone who played the game would experience their deepest fears and desires. One evening, a curious young traveler named Leo arrived in town. Leo had heard tales of the game from an old friend who never returned from his trip. Eager for adventure, Leo decided to investigate the mysterious cave. As he entered, the temperature dropped, and an eerie silence filled the air. The walls were covered in strange, glowing symbols he couldn't decipher. Suddenly, a voice echoed, "Welcome, player." Leo froze, feeling a mix of fear and excitement. The voice continued, "This is the game of shadows. Will you play?" Leo took a deep breath, nodding to himself, "Yes, I'll play." Instantly, the ground beneath him shook, and he found himself in a dark forest. Shadows flickered around him, and strange whispers filled the air. A screen appeared, hovering in mid-air, showing Level 1, the Lost Woods. The screen displayed an objective: "Find the way out before darkness consumes you." Leo felt a chill run down his spine but began walking through the dense trees. He could feel unseen eyes watching him from every direction. Suddenly, he heard a growl behind him and began to run. The trees seemed to close in on him, blocking his path. He stumbled upon a clearing where a figure stood, cloaked in shadows. The figure pointed to a path, silently directing him forward. Leo followed, feeling the shadows grow thicker with every step. Soon, he reached an ancient stone gate marked with symbols from the cave. As he touched the gate, it creaked open, revealing a bright new world. He found himself in a bustling marketplace full of unusual creatures. The screen flashed again. Level 2, the Marketplace of Mysteries. His objective was to gather 3 rare items hidden among the stalls. He marveled at the merchants selling potions, enchanted artifacts, and glowing stones. Approaching a merchant, he asked about the first item, a crystal feather. The merchant handed him a riddle instead: "Find where light meets the sea." Puzzled, Leo wandered, looking for clues to solve the riddle. He noticed a small tower near the market, where sunlight hit the sea horizon. Climbing the tower, he found the crystal feather glowing in a hidden alcove. As he grabbed it, the feather dissolved, leaving a key in his hand. The screen changed, directing him to find the moonlit mirror. He asked around, but most merchants just gave him cryptic smiles. A young girl pointed him toward a dusty, forgotten shop at the market's edge. Inside, he found the mirror, shimmering with an otherworldly glow. He reached for it, and his reflection winked back at him. Leo's surroundings shifted again, and he found himself in a snowy mountainscape. The screen flashed. Level 3, the Ice Cliffs. His new objective was to climb the cliffs to retrieve the frozen heart gem. With the freezing wind biting at his skin, Leo began the treacherous climb. The higher he went, the thinner the air became, making it hard to breathe. Halfway up, he spotted a small cave where he took shelter from a snowstorm. Inside, he discovered carvings of past players who had reached this level. Determined, he pressed on until he reached the cliff's peak. There, lodged in a block of ice, was the frozen heart gem. As he touched it, the ice melted and warmth filled his entire body. The screen changed to a new message: "Final level. Face the game master." Suddenly, he was back in the cave, but now a figure stood before him. The game master wore a hooded cloak, their face hidden in shadow. "Congratulations, Leo." And Leo, the game master spoke in a deep, echoing voice. "You have completed every level, but now comes the ultimate challenge." Leo braced himself, unsure of what was coming next. "To truly win, you must face yourself," the game master whispered. A mirror appeared, showing Leo's reflection, but it moved independently. His reflection stepped out of the mirror, now his opponent. They stared at each other, both trying to anticipate the other's move. The reflection suddenly lunged and Leo dodged, feeling his own fear rising. Every punch, every dodge was like fighting his own doubts and regrets. As the battle continued, memories of his past failures resurfaced in his mind. He realized that winning meant confronting and accepting his past. Taking a deep breath, he lowered his defenses and embraced his reflection. Instantly, the reflection dissolved, leaving him alone in the cave. The game master spoke again. "Well done, you have completed the game of shadows." A door opened, leading him back to the cave's entrance. Stepping outside, he felt a renewed sense of confidence and peace. The town looked different now, brighter and more vibrant than before. News of his journey spread and tourists flocked to experience the legend. Leo shared his story, warning others of the challenges within the game. Many tried, but few could complete the game of shadows like Leo had. He spent his days guiding other adventurers, hoping they too would succeed. The cave remained a place of mystery, challenging all who dared to enter. As years passed, the legend of the game only grew stronger. The town thrived, becoming a popular destination for thrill seekers. Tourists visited not only for the game, but to hear Leo's tales of bravery. Leo became a local hero, known as the one who conquered the game of shadows. On his final day in town, he returned to the cave for one last look. The symbols on the walls glowed, as if recognizing him as the victor. He whispered, "Thank you," before leaving the cave forever. As he walked away, the cave's entrance sealed itself, preserving its secrets. Leo moved on, finding new adventures but always remembered the game. The legend continued, inspiring generations to come. People wondered if they would ever unlock all the secrets of the cave. Leo knew that some mysteries were best left unsolved. The game remained an enigma, a test of courage and self-discovery. Those who tried to beat it faced their own trials and revelations. The cave whispered to those who listened, challenging them to play. Legends spread of the hidden game, drawing more adventurers each year. Leo's story became a beacon of hope, reminding others to face their fears. The game of shadows became more than just a myth, it was a rite of passage. The town became known as the home of the game. Leo lived a full life, always carrying the lessons he learned from the game. Even in his old age, he would smile, remembering the trials he had faced. And somewhere, in the quiet of the night, the cave still whispered, "Will you play?"